Coastal region remains a sentimental voting bloc when it comes to presidential elections here in Kenya. Now this far, let's look at the lay of the land when it comes to the region's politics. That, of course, forms the basis of our conversation today on yet another informative and insightful edition of Siasa Brigade with yours truly, Richard Mwanja. And with me to help me dissect this entire subject and conversation is the only voice when it comes to matters, politics and economic analysis, Herman Manyora. Great to see you, sir. Son of Vihiga. Are you still that roaring thunder that people used to before the election?
Of course.
You've not lost your shed?
Sauti ya Simba.
Sauti ya Simba?
Yes.
Lakini anayeogopa jacaranda?
Kuna jacaranda si ndo tulikuwa.
All right, great to see you. February is here. Valentine's 2 weeks away.
That's for young people like you.
You're not going to Malaysia for Valentine's?
That's for people like you.
Come on.
Yes.
You've accepted finally that you are aging?
No, I'm not aging.
You're just surrendering.
I'm a young man who doesn't find sense in Valentine.
Because you spread love all throughout the year?
Yeah.
I see.
I'm full of love. It doesn't wait one day. It's not enough for my love. My love is excess.
We've actually booked our tickets with Jad. We are going to somewhere in South Africa.
Okay.
Most probably.
That's good. Enjoy your life. Penda siku za ujana wako. Kwani hazitaweza kurudia tena.
Tuvunje mifupa.
Yeah.
Kama mano bado iko.
Meno iko hek.
All right, sir.
Yes.
Let's talk matters called coastal politics. And when we talk matters regional politics when it comes to the coastal region, the face that we get in an instant snap is Hassan Joho.
Yes.
If you are careful and you've analyzed the trend after the elections, you could see somewhat sort of pin drop silence from his side. Now, this is a gentleman who was positioned to be the land CS. He has served 2 terms as the governor. So the only thing will have been to him join the executive, probably as a CS. You've seen him remain in silence this far. And people are asking today, will Professor Manyora tell us if that's the end of Hassan Joho in matters regional politics? Let's just start from there, because he's a person of interest when it comes to the regional politics.
I don't know much. All I know, like you, everybody else, is that Joho has not been around. He's gone silent. Sure. We have no official communication from him or from anybody. He's just not there. Look at these rallies, and he's not attending the rally. So
true.
That's all we know so far. Yeah.
How about those who are skeptical that probably he's on the pipeline of those politicians to join Kenya Kwanza's side? You've analyzed ODM and by large Azimio politics for so long. Do you think Joho could actually stoop that low and decamp Raila at his hour of need?
Politicians are politicians. They are prostitutes, you know that. And they are led by very simple interests, like their stomachs and small other things.
All right.
And glory, illusions of glory, I should say. But, so I wouldn't be surprised if Joho were to join Ruto. I wouldn't be surprised.
It can happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But the silence could also be understood to mean either he's taking a break. You can take a break. Or, there were accusations that is part of the reason why Azimio lost. In fact, people went as far as saying they are the ones who mishandled funds, which I think is not true. Meant for agents and I think him and Joe, Joe, and not Junet, Joe, and Junet. Junet also went silent for a while, but he's back on the fold. But even these rallies I've not seen. Was he there?
No.
So there were those kind of accusations. Either they could have been true, I don't know, or he felt so offended by those accusations. See, if you are so close, like Junet Mohammed, why would Junet Mohammed, for example, compromise or sabotage Raila's campaign when he was going to be the most powerful minister in that government, most likely, in charge of interior, I think. So that could be it. You remember Joho, there's a time people also saying he was unwell a bit, maybe he's attending to his health. So far we can't say. And when you are in politics also, your business can suffer. Or things go at a standstill. Maybe he's recollecting, looking at his business and what has gone wrong, what can he make, repairs can he, and so on and so forth. Or just, like there are many people who really went under when Raila lost. They were so affected. Some people have not recovered. Some people have died, you know that. So you can't say until he comes out.
I see.
Yeah.
Let's talk matters people losing their shine when it comes to the political landscape. And for the last 2 decades, there are 2 prominent personalities who have defined coastal politics and have been the face of the region. That is Chirau Ali Makwere and Najib Balala. When you look at Kenya Kwanza's government, they are not there in the picture, or at least not strategically positioned to be influential as they were before. Also, towards the last 10 years, we've seen Hassan Joho come and be the prince of coastal politics. But right now, all of them are not in the side of government by virtue of holding strategic positions. But in return, actually, now the opposite, the contrary, we are seeing Aisha Jumwa, Amason Kingi, and people like Fatuma Achani who are affiliated with the Kenya Kwanza. Would you say that finally this generational change, a new era, a new dawn when it comes to the face of politics, was achieved within the in the 2022 general elections? That these 3 are now going to be the face of coastal politics?
It is possible. But you know, coastal politics is defined by a number of factors. The Arab factor, for example. They may be the minority within Mombasa, but their influence goes beyond Mombasa, all the way up to Kwale and the rest. Partly because of their link with the Arabian world, you know, Gulf countries, and the resources they get from there, and the benefits they give people through religious organizations and so on and so forth. Then there is a conflict between those who call themselves the indigenous, Mijikenda, and the Arabs. That is what affected ODM in Kwale so much. Especially, you can remember that by-election in Msambweni, where people are resenting Joho because he represents that other face, the indigenous Digo, and those things are there. And there are also issues of now, why would Mombasa dominate the entire coast? And that's how you can see people like now, Aisha Jumwa, where they are there, and others. So the pot is still boiling. Let's see what comes out of the pot. But I want to tell you one thing. If you look at coastal politics, all the way from independence, and you look at the big people who have been there, Nasir, the older man Nasir, Muhammad Jahazi, and all these people, you seem to see that those with deep pockets, the billionaires, or those able to work directly with those billionaires, are the ones who carry the
Suleiman Shabal and the rest.
Yeah, TSS and those kind of people, the late TSS. So, if Aisha Juma wants to claim space in coastal politics,
or Kingi,
they will need to have very deep pockets.
I see.
Looking at the traditional setup, the culture of the coast, if you don't have deep pockets, your influence cannot, unless you are like Hurricane Maida, Kaisa Maida, if a very forceful person. So Aisha can take over like that. But ultimately, the measure of who calls the shot in coastal politics will be the pocket.
The pockets.
Yes.
Talking matters, the pockets, of course, what has actually been getting these coastal politicians so rich is their engagement with matters with the port logistics and the mineral endowment of coastal region. And Kenya Kwanza made it its campaign manifesto, that is the section of leaders from that region, that they will be the first lot to change the fortunes of people in Kilifi under the alarming poverty index, the teen girls of Kwale, and all those under the shackles of poverty in Mombasa, that they are going to usher in a new form of governance of port logistics so that it helps every Mombasa residents and minerals don't go to foreign companies. Amason King is there, Aisha Jumwa is there, Fatuma Achani is there, among so many others. That somewhat pump a sense of confidence in you that for the first time, the fortunes of people of coastal is in the safe hands of leaders who have actually vouched for it even before the election, even before they won. They have shown the commitment that they're going to achieve this.
I don't think so. These people you are naming, you could add Kinamvuri and the rest, they don't have the muscle. They don't have the muscle. Because I'm telling you at the coast, you are going to run against very powerful individuals. Very powerful individuals. So it depends on how you are working with those powerful individuals. And to the extent that you have either to work with them or work under them, all the benefits you are saying cannot come. They are the ones who are linking with the international beneficiaries of what coast has to offer, in terms of tourism, in terms of minerals, in terms of anything. Those rich billionaires are the conduits through which foreigners enjoy the benefits of the coast, including that idle land, absentee landlords. Those absentee landlords would not be keeping that land if they didn't have their local collaborators.
It takes more than just being the MP.
Yes.
Or in cabinet.
No, you can be a very small person. The people who call the shot I've told you at the coast, especially Mombasa and Lamu. These are people who are rich. They have connections with the rich in Lamu and Mombasa, and they have serious connection with the Gulf states. Gulf billionaires.
Very finally, in the interest of time,
Yes.
from a general perspective, if you analyze how the coast has tried to embrace William Ruto, and even if you look at the number of votes he got vis-a-vis what Raila used to get in 2017, this time round, Ruto's side, where Ruto was inclined to, got more votes in the coastal region, and he has actually been very embraced from the region. Would you say that somewhat Raila Odinga should be afraid that if things remain as constant as they are, should he launch a sixth presidential bid, then things could be potent in danger for him in terms to grasping the coastal region by his hand?
Let's get one thing right. Ruto got more votes than Uhuru got. But he did not get more votes than Raila, okay? I hope that's, you mean that, eh?
Yeah, I mean that.
He got slightly more than Jubilee got.
All right.
Not more than Raila. That's true. So if things went like that, certainly Raila should be a worried man, whether he's running or not. But let me tell you this. Another aspect to the coastal politics, because of the historical factors, because of historical injustices, the people of the coast have always been supportive of radicals. They always support people who fight government, people who fight status quo. And that explains why Raila did not resonate as well with the coastal people as he used to. Because here is a man who, they are used to a firebrand. And here is a man now working with Uhuru Kenyatta. They were put in a very awkward situation. So, to the extent that these people you are mentioning, the Yasha Jumas, are going to be government, and the governments by nature are conservative.
Absolutely, true.
They are unlikely to find themselves very attractive
Before the electorate.
to the people of the coast. On the contrary, the Azimio side is reclaiming its fighting space. So that must be taken into consideration.
Well, at that point, we culminate this particular edition of Siasa Brigade, touching on matters, the lay of the land when it comes to coastal politics and what the future portends for that particular region. Until next time on Siasa Brigade, my name is Richard Mwenje. Always a pleasure and a distinguished honor to have you on board. Remember to tune in to our other shows with Jadiel Kabiro, Evans Okinyi, and also Let's Talk Love Kenya channel that is hosted by Waris Kimathi. Until next time, God bless you. See you.